Usagi, what does the fox say? Oh, yeah? Hello, everyone, and welcome in. We are coming back with another Disney doll review, and it feels like it's been a while since I've done a Disney doll review, but that's because Monster High and other Mattel and other doll brands have been coming out with a lot of dolls, and I've been wanting to review those dolls, but I wanted to also come back and do some Disney doll reviews as well, including this designer line. And I did not forget, I will be coming back to the collection that started it all with the Disney princesses right behind me. I haven't forgot about that. They are coming. It's just gonna take a little bit longer than what I had thought. So keep an eye out for those. Now, before I get into this doll review, I want to go ahead and take a moment to thank all of my Rascals current subscribers. Thank y'all for showing your support for my channel. And if you are new to my channel and you want to become a part of the Rise Rascals and enjoy this community, it's free. Just hit that subscribe button and you are here with us. And if you are just here watching this video, go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps out my channel and I appreciate you for doing that. Now we are going to be reviewing the Robin Hood and Maid Marian designer dolls from the Disney Fairytale collection back in 2017. This doll collection was very unique. It came with a lot of characters that we don't really see dolls forms of, and it also, I'm gonna just stop right here and so I can show y'all. This is the lithographs. This was a D23 exclusive for the lithographs, and yes, I did go to the D23 Expo this year of 2017 to get this. But we have, let me hold up to the screen here. So we have in this collection, focus, let's see, can we focus it? Focus the camera. So in this collection, we have Mulan and Shang, Cruella, we have Triton and Ariel, the Blue Fairy and Pinocchio, which was the D23 exclusive, Rapunzel and Flynn, Moana, and are they the Kokomora? Am I saying that right? And then we have the Robin Hood and Maid Marian in the collection. And then this, I don't know why I said Red Robin Hood. I think it was because I was thinking of Red Robin in the restaurant. I'm so sorry, you guys. But this was the lithographs. I do wish that Disney created lithographs again because I just love the artwork, especially like with Steve Thompson's artwork. I love his artwork so much. And this collection also came with mugs. I did bring out the mug for this one. So you get the beautiful artwork here. This was the D23 exclusive mug, which y'all got, if you did go, you got the spoon to go with it. I don't know what's so special except for the spoon. They did generally release these mugs. You just didn't get the spoon. And then on the other side, you get a quote, it looks like from the movie as well. And each of the mugs had this kind of quote for the movie. Let's see if we can focus it so we can get a read. And it really is in a gold kind of foil here. Keep your chin up. There will be happiness again in Nottingham. You'll see. And that's kind of just a quote that they all had on this line. And this line also, I believe, came with journals, which I also do have, but the journals came in a set. They weren't separate like the previous designer lines. And I have those. I just couldn't find them to bring it out to show you, but I'll post a picture here, whether it be like a stock photo or something, so y'all can see what those look like. And they weren't hardcovers, kind of like how the designer dolls behind me were, which we'll circle back into later on in the year, hopefully. But without further ado, let's go ahead and go into my doll room so we can take a closer look at these two dolls. All right, so here we are in the doll room, and quickly we are going to take a look at the doll's case. So the case does have a slip cover with that beautiful artwork that I mentioned on the mugs, and it circles all the way around with these borders of a gold foil effect with these floral designs, and then of course you get the Disney Store exclusive there. And then at the back of the slip cover, we have that same kind of foil design with the floral borders, but then you also get a description. If you want to pause and read here for the description, you may. But then, just like the other designer dolls that I had shown on this channel before, you get these kind of pieces that they call out as well with the fabrics and the design of the actual dolls and characters, which I really love that touch. This one also, don't mind the retail price there because it's not $650. For the whole set, I believe it was $650, but they were $130, I believe. But yes, that's the retail price is $130 for these dolls, I think. I have to remember. But then the slipcover is so beautiful, as mentioned, and then the top we have the designer collection here made by Disney. The actual plaque of this is a gold kind of vibe with the Robin Hood and Maid Marian. Love the gold base as well. It's a thick plastic cover there too. Another thing I'd like to give a call out, when you lift up the sleeve of this slipcover, we have an acrylic case, and I really miss these acrylic cases that Disney used to do with their designer collection. I love that high quality vibe, and it really is appreciated for me as a collector of these acrylic boxes that I really wish that they would go back to. The back of this box also correlates with the sleeve cover with that gold foil border effect with the floral design, the Maid Marian and Robin Hood artwork, as well as the title for them. It also has a certificate of authenticity. If you'd like to pause and read here, you may as well, and explore my number that I have out of these. But overall, I really love the cases that these older designer dolls used to come in. Now let's go ahead and take a look at these dolls closer. But before I do, I'm going to do things a little bit different. I'm going to go ahead and start out with the background of these dolls. So the dolls is kind of like an outside vibe. But look at this 3D effect that they're giving to this case. We get the 3D lily pads there, and then the 3D bush or grass in the back, and then the tree at the top. I love that. Like, I wish this detail was more translated to more of these dolls and collector dolls with Disney. I wish that they would go back to the old style way, and maybe that's just me nitpicking, but I really loved how the old designers and old dolls were. Now we're going to start with Maid Marian, and I'm going to try to give you the best shot as I can, but her shoes, we have a flat, big foot here. She is wearing a light pink shoe with gold callouts along the border, kind of like a floral design here, or a vine-like design, kind of just matching it all in. I do love that the tulle under here is a thick tulle too, pushing out the dress. As you can see, Maid Marian also has a tail here. It's a fuzzy little tail that we'll get more detail and a better look at with Robin Hood since his is more exposed. But moving to Maid Marian's dress, I love the design. We have a gold silk satiny front base here. If you lift it up, it does have a light pink fabric underneath as well, so it's two pieces sewn together. On top, you get a printed on design, and the pink outer layer is sewed onto this, which in fact I don't mind it since I'm not unboxing this doll, but it really is a nice quality here, but like I mentioned in previous videos, I don't really like the printed on embroidery design, but in this case, I'm okay because the embroidered design, the stitch design, is on the pink part of this dress. It is really beautiful. We get the stitching all the way around with these floral designs, and then the kind of loop-de-loops giving that vineyard effect here. But it is absolutely beautiful. It goes all the way around this dress, and I just really love when Disney does these stitching effects. Now, as we move our way up, they're holding hands, so cute, love the pose. But as we go up to her bust, we get that same kind of pink fabric here, and it is a thick fabric. The border of this is also stitched in an embroidery going all the way up to her collar. They are a separate piece, I believe, from the white part. And then there is a jewel right in the middle of her outfit. The white long sleeve shirt is a thicker piece of satiny fabric, and I love that it does have a bordered stitching as well with the gold design. As you can see, it goes all the way down with the long sleeves, and it is sewed into to attach with the dress, as you can see on the sleeve. Now, the sleeves are so beautiful too. It comes into like a Victorian opening here, and we get a border on these sleeves with a purple border, and the stitching with the embroidery is on this as well. It is a thicker fabric too. It looks like there's two fabrics sewn together here, which I love that they did this quality in this doll. Now, this doll is unique in its way as it is a fox. We get a fox-like mold, and this is probably one of the only dolls that Disney has put out there in a limited edition doll style that is technically not human. But as we look at the face, the printing of the face is beautiful. It's a clear print. I mean, there's nothing really you can go wrong because it's all plastic. Now, the only thing that I probably wish that this mold had was that it was flocked, and that's me. But other than that, it is a nice design. You get the edges, you get the painting that gives it like a furry vibe as well. But other than that, I wish it was flocked, but that's just my personal opinion. It is a great design and a great mold. As you can see, she has her ears, and we have a veil on her. There is a floral design here on the side. Her veil is a sheer, thick fabric here, and it is held into place as well to shape her ears and her overall head mold. And that is essentially all of Maid Marian. Great doll, in my opinion. I love it. Great touch, especially with the tail, but we'll get into the tail in a moment here. So now we're going on to Robin Hood himself. We're gonna go ahead and start with his shoes. His shoes are a burlappy sack kind of vibe here, but it is a big plastic boot-ish kind of vibe. But I love the details that they put here with the kind of edging of the stitches and just how it gives in the cartoon. His pants are a nice jean, black jean kind of fabric here, and it is one piece to fit Robin Hood himself. As I lift up his bottom part, you can see that it did have a satiny fabric at the bottom, but the top of it is a pleather-like design here. And I love this quality of him because the pleather also on his collar has an gold embroidered stitching, which I love. They didn't print it on. And then we also have that ropey kind of texture for the tie-in of his vest. Now, he also has another layer of clothing, which is his long sleeve shirt. And as you can see, it also has a kind of like ribbony stitching on it as well on top of his kind of burlappy long sleeve shirt, and I love that. They could have just kept it as a simple long sleeve, one kind of texture fabric, but they didn't. I personally love that they gave that extra oomph to these dolls. Now, since we're here, he also has his kind of, I don't know, it's like a guard for like when you shoot arrows, bow and arrows. They added that on there with a pleather-like fabric there too. And as you can see up here, he comes with his arrows as well. He has the holder for the arrows, and 3 arrows exactly come with it, and they are separate as well. And then I love the detail to the arrow holder. I'm not too sure the technical word of the holder. Is it just an arrow holder? Let me know in the comments below. But look at all these etched in designs. We get the call outs of the gold here on it as well. It's just a really detailed accessory for a designer doll. And then you also go to the strap of it. We have the gold clasp with it. And then look at it. Like, you also get an embroidered stitching along the strap as well. Like, what? You don't see that anymore in these designer dolls. And I really, really love this stitching embroider design on all these dolls. Now, he also comes with a satchel here. The satchel does open, I believe, if you wish to unclips the sewed in part. I do like the design here. It's a pleathery design, and we have a plastic part for the buckle, but I'm sure you can open it. You just have to unhinge or undo the thread that's holding it together. Now we're gonna move on to his face. Love the face, love the texture of the molding. We get the fur design like he is, actually has texture to his body. Really love that call out for both of these dolls, but like I had mentioned, just wish that there was flocking, but the print job is really well done. He does come with his hat as well. The hat is a plastic hat, but I really love the texture that they gave to the hat. It's not like a flat hat, and it is separate, so if you want to take it off, you can. They're held in by these clear rubber bands, and then they had added the extra feather here, and I love that this feather has a etched in design, giving more details to it. If I had to think or choose between like a real like soft feather or a molded feather, I'd probably prefer the a higher quality feather here, but I get that plastic is probably cheaper for them to do and produce, so I'm not mad at it, especially with the detail that they added into the feathers. Lastly, we're gonna look at this tail. Oh my goodness, this is my favorite feature of these dolls. And look at this tail. We have a thick layer of fur from brown to white, matching the aesthetic of a fox. There's nothing in it, so there's not like a hard piece in it, so it is flat if you squish it, but you can't really tell with all the hair that's coming out of it, but it is attached to each of these dolls. I'm not too sure if they're like attached or if you can pop it out. I'm not too sure with that, but since I'm keeping them in the box, I'm gonna assume that they're just attached to this body. And that is essentially all of the Robin Hood and Maid Marian designer dolls from the Fairytale series. Now, my review of this doll, I am probably going to give this, I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. And the only reason why I give it a 9.5 out of 10 is because I wish they were flocked. I wish the bodies were flocked. It would definitely match and cohesively go with the tails that they have. But other than that, everything is actually really well done. The clothing is a high quality piece on both of these dolls. The details when it comes to the embroideries and the outfit designs, the face sculpts, the body sculpts, and they are pretty heavy in this box as well. The acrylic casing, I love it. The plaque with their name on it. I think maybe Maid Marian could probably have a necklace. I don't think she has one in the actual animated film, but I think if they wanted to, they could give her that. But you know what? To me, it doesn't really matter. This is also a rare set for me because these characters are rarely even made. Like, you don't really see these dolls widely available to everybody. Like, you don't get a play line of these dolls. So it's really nice to see characters that you don't really see get made into limited edition dolls. Now, that is my review of these dolls. Let's go ahead and go back to my computer room so we can close out this video. And that was my review on the Disney Fairytale Designer Collection featuring Robin Hood and Maid Marian. I do want to go ahead and also, before I forget, shout out to a fellow rascal and to my moderator, Rogue Peps, who had originally suggested me doing a review of this doll set a long time ago. So I appreciate your patience, Rogue. I finally got to it. But this is also for you because I definitely wanted to give my #1 rascal, should I say, because you are always here supporting me. Thank you. I wanted to do something special as well and get you that doll review. But if you are also here watching this review, let me know your thoughts on the Robin Hood and Maid Marian set. If you have any other versions, shouldn't say versions, but if you had any other dolls from this collection, let me know your thoughts. If you have these dolls in your collection, let me know if it's something that you are definitely appreciative of having. I'm excited to have them because they're these just rare characters that you don't see doll forms of. And I'm really happy to have them in my collection. And let me know what other dolls you'd like to see me do reviews of. More than likely, I do have them somewhere, if I do. But other than that, thank y'all for tuning in. I hope y'all have a great day, a great night, wherever you're at today. And remember to stay kind to yourself. Simply Rye, out.